All right. Welcome to Keeping It Real, the largest podcast made by real estate agents and for real estate agents. Today on our show, we have our monthly series called Social Bootcamp with Gogo Bethke. Let me tell you about Gogo. Gogo came to the United States in 2003 to build her American dream. She was broke. She had no real estate experience and no sphere of influence, barely spoke English, only $6 to her name. So that left her with really nothing else but Facebook to help build her business, which is where she started. Now, she created Gogo's Real Estate and began her real estate career. And with the power of social media, Gogo has sold over, well, this is an old number, so you'll have to correct me, but it's at least 75 million. It's probably much higher than that in real estate transactions. And she shares the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate, and her honest snippets into her daily life have earned her tens of thousands of social media followers. And in the real estate community, she has earned the nickname the Queen of Social Media. After being asked to present at various conferences and events with realtors, she built her own social media boot camp for realtors called Gogo's Bootcamp. Today, she has a team of almost 600 agents nationwide, probably or even more than that now. Her goal is to help as many agents as possible make a name for themselves in real estate utilizing social media. Now, if she can do it, this girl from Transylvania, Romania, with no formal U.S. education, no sphere of influence, no money, no experience, and an accent, then anyone else can do it as well. Please follow Gogo on Instagram. She is the queen of social media. So follow her on Instagram at Gogo's Real Estate. And there's a link to that in our show notes. Also, please consider investing in her boot camp. It's the very best program we've ever seen for realtors to learn social media mastery. And it's incredible. It's an amazing investment. And she has a special pricing for all of our Keeping It Real listeners and viewers. So all you have to do is go to a browser and type in gogopodcast.com. That's gogopodcast.com. Learn about her social media bootcamp. Trust me, just go and buy it. It's the very best thing. Everybody could use more social media skills, and it's the very best program we've ever found. Gogo, welcome to the show once again.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I will correct you since you told me to.
Please.
We are going on 679th agent today.
So unbelievable.
Almost 700.
Oh,
and we did the math. By the end of the year, Team Gogo, the overall organization, we are close to closing $1 billion this year.
Unbelievable. Wow. When I started when you started coming on the show, you were just under 100 million, and now you're at $1 billion in 1 year. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. And by the way,
all that, right? That's our family of agents, but we pulled the numbers.
And you also built all of your agent sort of business through social media as well.
Yeah, I certainly have. Now they have access to all of my trainings, right? And they come to all of the weekly trainings as well, and the boot camp and all that. And some do more social media than others, but they implementing more and as we go. And many of them, I would say probably 75% of them are very good already.
Well, I am super impressed. I have to also say a little shout out to ourselves on the podcast, because yesterday we hit our largest daily download number in our entire history. And so it's very exciting to see your numbers skyrocket, and also our podcast is doing well, which I'm very grateful for.
I wonder, is that because I started sharing it in my stories with a swipe?
You know, I was just about to say that. Gogo started sharing this more vigorously, and I have definitely seen those numbers increase, especially your specific episode numbers. And by the way, everyone listening, I really encourage you to do this. The information that Gogo provides is really timeless. It's not really specific to a certain time of the year, although sometimes we do that, but 99% of what we talk about can be implemented at any time. So if you go to our website, which is keepingitrealpod.com, if you scroll down to the bottom, I've actually separated out all of the different categories of episodes, and you can literally go to all the Gogo social media bootcamp episodes right in a row. And I really encourage you to go back through, because every single one is just chock full of great information. But anyway, let's congratulations on all your success, by the way. That is really incredible.
Same to you guys. It is so exciting.
Thanks. It is fun. All right. So I know we're going to talk about something which I think is super exciting today, which is really building a network of agents and sort of communicating with them via social media. So let's talk about that.
So this started with EXP asked me a couple of weeks ago to take over their Instagram. So I had a couple of our agents here, well, a few of our agents here locally, and we were celebrating. So we did a little screenshot and as a little story sharing, I should say, of how their year has been here. And as they were talking, how they doubled their production but tripled their income, and they were saying that one of our agents had 26 referrals from our different groups and 17 pending in a month. So then that took me to this week's training in the Team Gogo organization, and we talked about referrals and how are the best ways to kind of do it, where you can just go boom, 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 have systems around it. So I figured it would be a good idea to kind of talk about that, where agents, if they are not doing at least a third of their business from referrals, right, and they're not doing it right, in my opinion, you should be receiving referrals no matter where you're located. And let's talk about that. Give some tips on that.
Yeah, let's do that. So first, let's talk about sort of what these groups are, or how people can start to think about it, maybe.
Yeah. So the way I want you to look at it, right? Like, start at home. I'm sure the brokerage you are with, or the team that you are with, or the group that you are with, right? They have their own Facebook group. I would assume so, right? So you definitely want to be a part of that. Now, you might have, with our brokerage, it's a little different how we are structured, but at your brokerage where you are at, you might have like that next level up, right? Like maybe another group of the same brokerage in another state, right? You definitely want to belong in that group, because guess what? They probably have to refer someone to Michigan, and then guess who's going to take the lead? You, right? So you want to join as many that is tied to your brokerage, right? As you can. Then you want to go outside of your brokerage, right? And you want to join that Livingston, like I'm a part of Livingston County realtors group, right? There's a different name in there, but it's Livingston County is the area that I mostly cover. So in that Livingston County group, there's Remax, there's Century 21, there's Coldwell Bank, you name it, everybody's in there, right? You definitely want to join that. And then you want to take it one step further, and you want to create your own group, your own support group. So maybe if you go to NAR, or if you go to any like real estate events, right? If you go to your brokerage's real estate events, I'm sure that you have made friends in the industry that might be in different states, right? They don't cover your area, and you don't want them in your area, because when you want to take a referral, they're not going to refer you if they're in your area. Does that make sense? Yep. So you want to build your own referral group that are anywhere but your area. Right. And then you want them to also join all of these different groups. So like the lab coat agents, right? It's a huge organization for realtors, thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of agents are in, I don't know. So which means a lot of referrals go through that group, right? You want to get a chunk of that. So what you want to do, create your own referral group, right? So partner with that 10, 20, 30 agents nationwide. And this is what you're going to do. You guys all going to belong to the same groups. So when a lead comes and you start your own Facebook group for that support group, okay? Then you're going to all belong to all of these other Facebook groups. Let's say a lead comes up in your neck of the wood, Brighton, Michigan, okay? You are going to, because if you do this right, we have 700 agents now in the Team Gogo organization. I can't possibly remember where everybody's located. It's just impossible, right? What area you cover, I don't know. Never been in Delaware. I don't know, right? So what we do instead, you want to be a part of those groups. When you see a referral that is in your neck of the woods, you're going to, first of all, comment. You're going to say, oh my gosh, I would love the opportunity. You're going to call the agent. You're going to video chat the agent. You're going to text the agent. You're going to email the agent. You're going to hit them from every angle, right? I strongly recommend for you to take the time and send them a quick little video introduction, right? Because this is on Facebook. So there's a Facebook profile. Push the message button and leave a video. Hey, Jessica, I just saw that you're looking for an agent in Brighton, Michigan. Let me introduce myself. I'm Gogo Bethke. I've been in the industry since 2011. I will include a link so you can check us out. We are 5-star reviews on Google and blah, 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 blah. I would love to earn the opportunity. What can I do, right? How can I earn your business, right? You're going to send that now. You're going to screenshot that message that Jessica posted, that she's looking for an agent in Brighton, Michigan. You're going to take that screenshot. You're going to put it in your support group, and you're going to ask those 30, 40, 50 agents, hey guys, I really need your help. Now, all 30, 40, 50 of them are going to come over to that post, right? Because they are in the same group. They're a member of the same group. They're going to go find Jessica's post, and they're all going to recommend Gogo. What do you think are the chances? Instead of just you saying, I would love to take the job, and sending a video and all that, which is already more than an average agent would do, right?
Sure.
But what do you think are your chances if within 5 minutes you have 40 agents recommending you?
That's huge. And I want to slow that down and just back that up a minute, because I want to make sure people didn't miss that. And that's the critical component that you probably wouldn't think to do, is to ask the people in your group to help, because they're already, you're going to have them join all your groups too. And they're going to do basically a little fluffing. They're going to go into there and say, hey, by the way, hopefully you should check out Gogo. She'd be a great referral source for this particular. Yeah, it reminds me of, there used to be a thing called, when I was a writer, a blogger, there used to be a thing called share groups. So we would do this with blogging. So you'd write an article, you'd say, hey, everybody, I want you to comment on social media, the post I have for this article, and like it, and then promote it with your friends. And we would all do it for each other, and it would increase engagement and just social proof and all of that. So it's kind of a similar thing, but you're going directly.
Post too, right? So you make your post, and then you share the post into that group, and then everybody comes over, likes and comments. You can definitely do it for that as well. But you definitely want to do it for referrals. The only way this works if you don't have agents from the same area in that group, right? So you have an agent from California, one from Delaware, one from South Dakota, North Dakota, Florida, Michigan, Idaho, all of the states. You have a business partner, referring partner from all of the states. And then when an IO comes up and the IO agent screenshots it, takes it to the group, then all of you guys gonna go and recommend her, right? But this only works if you all do. Right? You cannot take and not give, because you would, in my group, you would be booted. So if I recommend you 2 or 3 times, but it's my turn and I don't see your name popping up recommending me, you would be booted. Bye-bye.
And you can also you can make it a dual purpose group. It could be a referral group, of course, and it can also be a social media comment and share group as well. So every day, you might not have referrals, so you might not have anything to post. You could say, hey guys, we only have 2 rules here. Anytime you make a Facebook post, I want you to post it here, or link to it here. And we're going to go in and we're going to comment, we're going to like it. So we're all going to support each other. And we're also, anytime referrals come in, we're going to, do the thing you just mentioned. So, I mean, that's a very powerful thing. If you can do both of those things, I mean, it's huge. And all you have to do is tell people, anytime you post something on Facebook or wherever, it could be another platform, Instagram, whatever, here's the thing, go in there, comment, like, and then, by the way.
Some of our agents take it one step further, and they leave video messages to the referring agent. So for example, one of our team, this just happened in one of our Team Gogo agents. So somebody was looking for an agent in Traverse City, Michigan. One of our Team Gogo members is Mike Sam. He's a top producer up there. And he commented there, yes, I would love to take the opportunity, yada, yada, right? But then he posted it into Team Gogo. So then all of us went in there and recommended him. But Sotero took it one step further, and Sotero left a video message to the person who posted the lead and recommended Mike, how Mike is the absolute best, how he's been in the industry forever. Well, guess who got the job?
Right. And guess who's going to get a lead back if he gets that deal, which it sounds like Mike's going to get the deal.
He got 26 leads in the last 40 days and 17 are pending.
That's unbelievable. Incredible. You know what? I want to almost stop there, only because I don't think that is such an amazing. So basically, let's go through the steps. So the first thing you want to do is make friends with agents in other areas. Other areas. And you should also do it within your own state too, just not in your immediate area, because you're probably going to get more referrals than anything for maybe some people moving out of the city or wherever you are. So definitely find some people in the state that just cover totally different areas, different MLSs, all of that, but certainly all over the country. And so I'm trying to think, like, how would you go about doing that? Well, I guess if you go to a conference, so NAR conference is coming up, Inman's coming up, there's lots of conferences. Your brokerage might have a conference that's nationwide. If you have a nationwide or international firm, you could always just reach out to people in the firm and say, hey, how do I get in contact with other successful agents? I want to start this Facebook thing. But I guess you really have to do some legwork there. And if you're really unsure about how to do it and you know nobody, you could always go to Zillow and just start looking at people's reviews. And anyone you see that seems to be doing pretty well in a different area, reach out to them and say, hey, would you like to be part of my group? We're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to support each other's social posts, and we're going to do this cool sort of lead supportive group thing. And it's not that hard to do.
And put in California Realtor, Delaware Realtor, Ohio Realtor.
Who comes up,
right? See who comes up. Pick one that you kind of feel like, we kind of have this thing in common, right? You do social media, I do social media. You have 2 kids, I have 2 kids, right? You get to see who they are. Pick one.
The other thing too is do this, because there are websites that do this. So like we're lucky enough to be on a lot of like best real estate podcast lists that we don't even know about. We just happen to see it every so often online. Same thing exists for social media. Best agents in Illinois for social media, things like that. You'll find, because that's really what you want. You want people that are good at social media because they get it. They understand the power of referrals and engagement.
Property Sparks. If you don't follow
Yes,
Property Sparks,
that's
you
the one.
should. Yeah. I'm just saying, in case you didn't know, I've been number 1 in the state in the last 3 consecutive years and number 16 in the nation.
Wow.
And the 15 before me all have HGTV shows and I don't.
You need to get one.
So maybe somebody's listening out there. I would love my own show. Just kidding.
Well, we do have HGTV people that listen because they reach out to us from time to time to have some of their people on our show. We just haven't. I don't think we've ever done it yet, but we're still working on it. So
they
hopefully,
called me once. They wanted luxury waterfront property. I'm like, what do you call luxury? Because we have waterfront, right? But I'm in the boonies of Michigan, so it's luxury for me. So the luxury, what they were looking for, and the luxury in Pinkley, Michigan, right? It was a different kind of luxury, so I didn't make the cut. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Whatever your style is, right? You want to find similar agents because then it's like being home in your own group.
And the only other suggestion I have is around your local community groups. So I live in a neighborhood called Wicker Park in Chicago. Just Google Wicker in Facebook. Do a search for Wicker Park and there's a community group, and it's actually quite a big neighborhood. So there's lots of people. And here's what I would recommend, because I don't really follow every post because I don't really care that much, but it's a lot of people saying, hey, I'm selling this, or I lost my dog, or, whatever. Hey, I need a new hairstylist. Who should I go to? Things like that. It's all referral based. And at least several times a week, 2-3 times a week, somebody's like, hey, I'm thinking of moving to the area. Does anyone have a good realtor? And now so that's an amazing opportunity. Here's the problem. You're probably not so on top of that group unless you're really checking it all day long. You're probably too busy to do that. If it was me, I would hire a virtual assistant from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever times, it's most active. And I would say one of your jobs is you are going to have an eagle eye on this, and you're going to have access to my social media account. And the moment, or even better, maybe use your own account and say, who you need to talk to, this woman Gogo or whoever. And then immediately they message you, say, you got to get in touch with this person. Because
that's a great idea, because a virtual assistant, you can have anywhere from $3 to $10 an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the other thing that you must do for all of these different groups. You have to set up each group notifications. So you're going to open up the group. You're going to go on the top right hand side where you see those 3 dots. You're going to click it. You're going to go to notifications. You're going to set it to, like, I don't know, ducks quacking or a train coming by or choo-choo, like whatever you would know, like, oh, that's the honey badgers group, right? So then I can jump on it, get on it, right? Because you don't want to lose it. First, you snooze, you lose, right? If you message him 3 days later, that ship sailed, honey, long time ago. They've already closed.
Even if it's been 10 minutes, it might be too long. So definitely, if you can hire somebody just to keep their eye on it, speed to lead, right?
So think of it this way. What would someone working 8 hours a day, do you think $5 an hour is reasonable?
Yeah.
You pay less than that. I think 5 is very reasonable. So,
and they can do other things along the way too.
Yeah, 5 times 40 hours, it's $200 a week. It's $800 a month. What's your average commission?
Well, if you figure like average price point, 300,000 times 2.5%, so 7,500 in commission, times whatever somebody splits at. So let's just say $6,000. I don't know, something like that.
Take home. So if I told you, give me $800 and I give you $6,000, would you do it?
I would do that. Yeah. I would love
and
to
that's if you only get one deal out of 40 hours worth of work.
Right.
There's no way you're only going to get one.
And you might not get it month 1, 2, or 3, but month 4 through whenever, it's all going to accumulate. So if you don't get anything, just keep going with it. It's going to eventually.
There's no way you're not, in my opinion, there's no way you're not going to get leads. Like these groups that we belong to, there's hundreds of leads that's going on every single day. And on top of it, the first month, even if you get the lead right, it's going to take 30, 45 days to close. You might not see the income of it, but you're definitely going to see the lead coming in. And then you have to have good systems in place. It's your CRM program, your follow-up skills, your scripts, right? Or how I don't do scripts. I just like, hey, Jessica, it's Gogo, right? Like I do a personal conversation, but whatever your style is, you have to have that ability to turn that cold lead into a warm client, into a commission. So you have to have that figured out, and then have a transaction coordinator so you can bam, 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 boom. You don't have to do paperwork, right? You get to the closing and collect a commission and move on to the next. It's a well-oiled machine.
Awesome. Well, I almost think that's a perfect place to stop. I don't want to go any further because that is such an amazing tip. And I hope everyone, if we went a little quickly here, just go back and re-listen to it. It's a short episode. But I just want to thank Gogo for that amazing, amazing tip. Social media share groups or referral groups. Definitely create one. Look, every realtor wants to be part of a referral network. I mean, especially now when we're seeing so many referral commissions coming and going in this industry. It's just, I've interviewed people for the show recently who do nothing but referrals. Literally, that's all they do. They don't even live in the state they practice. They even refer to people in their own area where they're a broker because they're like, I don't want to do it. They just, all they do is refer business. So
There's this kid I heard of. He made 400,000 from referrals only. He hasn't closed personally a single deal. All he does is make referrals.
Yeah.
And he just collects the 25% from every single referral. And there you go. He's really good at lead generation online, right? So he's like a little kid that just figured out this internet, right? But all he does is introduce his agents, take the lead to the agent, right? Takes a 25% referral. If you made 400 grand and haven't sold a single house.
Amazing. And never did a showing.
Nope.
Yeah, amazing. So for everyone listening, like, just think of it this way. Like, most of us can't probably do that next year. We probably have to still work with clients one-on-one. But what if you could get just one sale a quarter out of it, or one referral a quarter, which probably you do more than that. But even if it's just 4 additional deals or 3 additional deals, 3 to 4 additional deals, just for creating a share group. I mean, that's probably like another 10 grand in income to your pocket for doing.
Well, if it's 6 grand a commission, I mean, doing it quarterly, that's 24 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Huge. And there's no reason why you would only get 1 deal every quarter. If you do this right, you get a deal a day, right? Because you're active in those groups, those leads are happening.
And it's reminding me what I need to do for our podcast is create a podcast share group with other real estate podcasts, and we can support each other. See, I need to do this myself.
If I may suggest what else you
please, I love suggestions.
Create a Instagram profile for this podcast so I can actually tag you.
I know. We are in the process of that. I've hired somebody to do that. And they're going to start taking short clips from each episode and posting them there. Thank you for continuing to remind me, because embarrassingly enough, I have not done this for our own podcast. And our growth is going to shoot up from doing that alone. But I'm also going to create a podcast share group so we can all support, because there are a lot of great real estate podcasts outside of mine as well. So I want to make sure I can support them, and a lot of them support me. So I appreciate that. But Gogo, if anyone is out there listening who isn't getting the attention they need from the firm they're at, or maybe they're in a team where it's not really happening, or they feel like maybe there's something better out there, they can obviously talk to you about joining your team.
They sure can. I started this, I like to call it an organization, right? Because when I say team, it almost makes agents feel like I'm going to take a cut, and I don't, right? We become business partners. So sad. But you can just hit me up at Gogo's Real Estate. If you follow me there, you see all of our cute little celebrations, right, of who we are and how we do it here. But we have now almost 700 agents in the Team Gogo organization in 5 different countries and 30 different states. So no matter where you are in the US, no matter what state, we can be business partners. And then I'll help you with absolutely anything. You get my boot camp, you get all of our weekly trainings, everything that I do, all of my coaching and mentoring is free to everyone who partners with me.
I love it. So visit Gogo. You can also please follow her on social media at Gogo's Real Estate. And also definitely just please go do this. I promise you, not one person who has bought this program, who listens to our show, has ever said anything other than that was the best money I've spent for any sort of training. Her Gogo's boot camp, her social media boot camp. You will learn. There's hundreds of hours of video instruction. It's just insane. And whether you're brand new and you haven't ever created a profile, or whether you're pretty adept at social media but just want to get to the next level, I'm telling you. And I'm going to do it too. So I am going to finally get an Instagram account set up for this next year for our podcast. And I want to see what the numbers jump to as a result, because I know it's going to be big. But consider investing in the bootcamp. Just visit gogopodcast.com. Again, gogopodcast.com to get a special percentage off just because you are a Keeping It Real listener and follower. Gogo, thank you once again for being on the show. We love having you on. You're always bring great content to us, and you are I have to look at our numbers, but I think you're our most listened to guest out of all the regular guests we have. So we are super grateful to have you. And I know the listeners love it when you come on.
Here, if you guys can't see it. Oh, that's awesome. Can I somewhere see those numbers or no?
Yeah, maybe I have to look through to see how easy it is
Maybe
to
just
pull.
screenshot something for me one day.
Definitely, so. I will definitely work on that. I'll have our team take a look at that. It's weird. Podcast analytics are so goofy. There's not a real easy way to do it, believe it or not. But anyway, I will work on that. But for everyone listening, please continue to tell a friend. This is a perfect episode to tell a friend about. Think of one other real estate agent that needs to do more with their social media or is frustrated by not getting the results they want in social, and send them a link to this episode. You can just send them to our website, keepingitrealpod.com, or pull up a podcast app, search for Keeping It Real, and hit the subscribe button. Gogo, we will see you on the next month. Congratulations on all the success, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me. See you next time.